From the gutter to the government, from the streets to the seats. You got a lot of Morgan alumni that holding office in Baltimore. Y'all creating the haves versus the have-nots. I'm at Morgan State University, all right? And y'all did a story on me back 11 years ago. WEAA Radio, E.R. Ship, Mark Steiner, Anthony McCarthy. I'm an activist in Baltimore. And y'all go to school to study people like me. Y'all go to school to study people like me. I'm the 2021 Weaver Award. I went from Baltimore's worst to Baltimore's best in 11 years. I'm an activist in Baltimore with Out for Justice. I was making a documentary, so this is with WEAA journalism class. This is street journalism, all right? Ain't no law against making a movie, but we making a movie about the Democratic Party and the corruption in the Democratic Party. You feel me? Racism don't work without black cooperation. You feel me? That's me and Governor Hogan. And that's Wes Moore. I vote for Wes Moore for governor. That's the city paper. All right? And that's me. That's the Baltimore Beat. This is 2011. 11 years ago. All right? See the date? The 29th day of September. September 9th, 2011. Y'all took property from me. Y'all took my journalistic property, my intellectual property. You feel me? That's what you took from me. Those are criminal charges against Scott Shellenberger. My intellectual property. I was kidnapped by the state. Like I said, we're at Morgan State, and I'm running classes out here. This is night school. Y'all talk about the Innocence Project. That's 1986. Victim, Dwayne G. Davis. Witness, Richard Longmire, Benny Starks. If you look up Benny Starks, he just got out about 3-4 years ago after serving 20 years for a crime he didn't commit. That's Dwayne G. Davis, P.O. Box 38. All right? And these are the inmates that signed off on this. She been lying to you. She didn't work with the Innocence Project to help those people. She did it for her own personal gain. That's Marilyn Mosby. And Marilyn Mosby had this. You feel me? Dwayne G. Davis. Alright? That's 98 Robt. If you deny you know me on earth, are you going to deny you know me in heaven? Well, this is Shorty's. And these are the supporters of Shorty's. That's 2012. Alright? Mr. Fields. And I was exposing the corruption and the money you make off black bodies. Gov.O'Malley, Congressman Cummings, Hardin, Mikulski, Richard McFeely, Judge Bell, Judge Pearson, Judge Turnbull, Judge Boris, CBS Radio, CBS TV, Gayle King. She been lying to you. You feel me? And these are my jurors and my witnesses. You feel me? That's the IRS, and we need an audit. These are the supporters of Shorty's. And these are the testimonials of the Baltimore Sun, 2017. Activist, barbecue, cook. Shorty says he's been reunited with his grill. That grill feeds a lot of people in Baltimore. 11 years ago, y'all charged me with terrorism. I'm an activist. I'm not a terrorist. I'm talking about the Democratic Party, the new face of old Jim Crow. These is my papers. You see this? The School of Journalism at WEAA Radio. Freedom is almost perfected. Just a few more laws, regulations, and cages. I went home on vacation and came back on probation. Right there. She been lying to you. I got the Weaver Award for 2022. Y'all kidnapped me from my family. You feel me? Y'all kidnapped me from my family. That's who I used to be. This is who I am. And this is who I am. You feel me? Letters designed is covered under the Constitution, the First Amendment of the Constitution. You feel me? I'm giving you some school at Morgan State. You feel me? I'm giving you some school. That's Dwayne Shorty Davis. Voter registration. Get out to vote. That's Kai Jackson. That's Tim Watts. That's Bill Henry. And that's Shorty's Catering. So if y'all going to talk about journalism, let's talk about haves versus the have-nots. Let's talk about truth speaking to power. That's Peter Francott. That's Judge O'Malley. That's Kraft. That's Delegate Smith. You see who that is? Jane Miller. She throwing out the first pitch tonight. That's Jane Miller. That's Luke. You feel me? Like I said, I'm running classes tonight. And that's Chuck Grassley. That's Senator Chuck Grassley, U.S. Judiciary Committee. That's Shorty's from 1999, the best in Baltimore. That's Shorty, champion for justice. And that's President Biden in the Department of Justice. So the School of Journalism, what kind of journalism is you gonna give this community? Because Mark Steiner had this. Anthony McCarthy had this. Faraji Muhammad had this. Culture for the City. Dr. K got this. So what is y'all promoting in our community? Because this is activism in our community. I work with Tyrone West. You feel me? I work with 85% of the strongest activists in Baltimore. I know everybody who's anybody in Baltimore. Ask Joshua Harris. Ask Raleigh. I'm an activist in Baltimore. So I'm giving you some schooling today. You feel me? I'm giving you some schooling today. What's up? How are you doing? This is street journalism. Street night classes. So everybody that know me, y'all know this. Mike! Check! Tell the truth and shame the devil.